Hello, welcome back. This is Grillenheimer. Just a little gameplay kind of summary. I'm kind of actually in the middle of this game. On this side, I had Lophius, Cog, Crosshairs, and the turret helmet thing, Vanguard. And which, yeah, is kind of silly. Only one battle master with Crosshairs, but sometimes that's all you need. I think they won the first game last night. This is the second game against Skywarp. His stratagem I made him, which there's not hardly any secret actions in this deck. But when they played, yeah, I know I'm playing by myself. When they had a secret action in play, it helped give him stealth, so they had to go into Brainstorm. So that did come into play at one time. Because here's Brainstorm. Had him paired up actually with Arcana, and having Brainstorm on your team and metal detectors, wow, that's a pretty good setup. Have Stormcloud in here, was able to at least get the scrap 3, get bold 3. I decided to do that instead of playing the extra paddings that I had. It was like 2 of those and something else, so it was not 3 of the same. Otherwise, it would have been bold 6 and been better. But I knew he was going to get knocked out pretty early. But the way I've made this Arcana, okay, yeah, he's got big head syndrome. I might need to make the head a little better. If I can, I've already deleted this picture off my phone, but oh crap, that says CZ down there. Freakazoid. Alrighty. Sorry. Teenage Ouija experience flashback. Anyway, the way I've made Arcana is that when he has an upgrade on him, it gives him +2 to +2 health, if I remember correctly. Yes, so he has 5 health. So I just had Cog go attack Arcana. If I hadn't flipped this white pip and gotten this one blue, he would have been knocked out. He is hanging on by 1 health. This has been pretty fun. I got the feeling these guys are going to lose. Probably if I actually had some more secret actions in this deck, it probably would have been a little better. I wasn't. That would have been a better way to test his stratagem, Skyward Invisibility. But it does say Battlefield, so it doesn't have to be your secret action in play. Their secret action can be in play, and it still gives him stealth. That's key. But I'm also been testing some other my own character, other cards. Here we have the legendary Stormfall sword. There's internal diagnostic up there, which I haven't really gotten to play. And a few others that are sort of sprinkled in here. I think this is a straight WOTC deck over here. But wow, both games, Crosshairs has really been decked out. With the shoulder holster here, when Cog gets knocked out, I can put him in the weapon slot also. When I put it on him, I checked the deck. It had it had the fight for position up there. That's right. I revealed that card. So that revealed that, even though I tapped him to attack, flipped him over to his weaker form because I flip every turn, and let Cog attack. So this didn't exactly work. This was already on him, but just a lot of neat things. And like I said, Arcana just missed being KO'd by this, by the very last little blue flip. And with thanks to having an armor, an upgrade on him to give him +2 health. We'll see what happens. We'll see you next time. All right, and oh my goodness, I should have been recording this game. This has been really fun. I went ahead and flipped Skywarp for turn. I'm going to go ahead and I tapped Arcana. I put on the metal detector from my hand, which revealed erratic lightning, and I'm like, yes, let's put it on him. So he's probably going to get knocked out the next defensive turn anyway, but it's going to give him a nice 6 attack. I'm going to have to put my camera down because I only have one card to flip, and I got to shuffle my deck. So we'll be going into Cog. We'll see what happens. With this Focus 1, I drew the Energon Mace, which I scrapped. This was the draw. Only gave him blue, black, green, so only has Pierce 1. Cog's defense was no blue at all, so Cog is knocked out. And yeah, Crosshairs is really, let's do it this way, really, really decked out. As we use that, we draw a card. So, scrapping stuff. So, wow. This has been interesting. I'm sure Crosshairs is going to knock out Arcana easily. He's got bold 1 here to armors because he can have 2 armors. Shoulder holster is giving him to be able to hold 2 weapons, which includes Cog. Wow. It's going to be interesting to see if I can get Skywarp, who currently has the legendary Stormfall sword, which I have in the first game. This worked. I was able to get it to where, even though I flip every turn, or try to flip every turn, that when I had this on a character I knew was about to get KO'd, I made sure another character was in bot mode. Body mode does not count. To where this could go on an existing character in the battlefield in bot mode. So it's sort of getting passed around. If you remember that episode from Cyberverse where it got knocked out of Windblade and the Seeker picked it up. I forgot her name. And they were having their battle, which was really cool. So that is sort of, even though it's not between enemies, it's between characters on your team. To where, it would go over like this. And on Arcana, if this was on Arcana and he got knocked out, and Skywarp happened to be in bot mode. But that's neither here or there because he's about to get knocked out anyway. So, neat little game, really fun game. A lot of things are working. A lot of things seem to be working okay. Like I said, I think this deck is pretty much all wizards, and I've got a lot of stuff mixed in here. Both decks are more than 40. I'm not exactly how many, like 45, 55, I don't know. I just have a lot of cards in here to see what is drawn, to see what I can use, and to try to see stuff getting used in the correct way, such as the legendary Stormfall sword, which is just, I really like this card. It's not a strong, looks really sweet now. Printed out, doesn't it, dear? Yes. But, looks pretty sweet printed out. +2 to attack on bot modes only. There we go. And gives you a white pip and blue defense on the flip for planes only. And every single one of these characters were planes. I will admit, I really haven't seen this on the flip for defense, but if it is, they're in alt mode, it helps them out. That's the whole point. So really neat card. It seems to be working okay. And maybe I should put on here at the bottom. Well, it should be a given. If anything is taken off and you can't put it on another character, it's scrapped. You just put it in your scrap. That's just goes without saying. So thanks for watching. I'm going to finish up my game here, and we'll see you next time. As always, have a great day. Have a blessed day. And as always, Autobots, flip out and let's roll. Oh, wow, I got to get back to work. But wow, that was really fun little game. Came to its conclusion. I mean, Crosshairs again was decked out, but not quite as powerful as last time. Still very similar. This was his defense. Skywarp just went. And I had the shoulder holster on here with a flamethrower for Bold 2. So I was debating on, because I had a lot of neat cards in my hand here. I got the new Cannon Blast. I have 2 of those, and I'm thinking, well, +2 Pierce 2 is the same as the Scoundrel's Blaster against with the Skywarp against an Autobot. It's the same thing. So that was a no-go. Well, then we also have the Erratic Cannon, but I'm only going to get +3 if I'm flipping white, which I had thought about that in addition to, say, the Scoundrel's Blaster. But then if you see what I flipped, there was no white flipped. It was a solid attack with only 2 cards, though. Ended up giving up the shoulder holster for the Books of Primus #1, which brings his defense down, but it actually gives him +2 on the attack from a utility, plus his +2 over here, which gave him oh crap, our power just, well, of course y'all just saw that too. Well, gee, it might take me longer to get back online to work. Well, anyway, well, as I let everything boot back up again, so I went on a limb, swapped out the shoulder holster. I had to take off one of the weapons, so I took off the Bold 2, gave him an attack of 8, plus whatever the flip, which ended up being an attack of 11. He was down by 5. And with his defense of only 4, he got KO'd. Wow. That was a really neat game. It was the whole one game that I was commentating on a second ago. Even though I kind of finished up my video, I'm like, this was really fun. Now, what would even be better if I had some secret actions in this deck over here to help utilize this stratagem for this side of the table. It did help a whole one time. I used a secret action over here to give, I forgot which one it was, for like defense or something to one of my defenders over here, which did sort of help them. But that at the same time, I mean, playing by myself, is that I realized it was at that point of the game, it was either Skywarp or Brainstorm. Well, they were either both untapped or both tapped. I can't remember which. And I had to go after Brainstorm because I couldn't attack Skywarp because of his Skyward Invisibility stratagem. So that goes for the whole table. If there's a secret action in play, he has stealth. Not when untapped, he has stealth. So it seems pretty pertinent. I kind of like it. Even though I don't have any secret actions over here to flip and get into my hand and to use it and to give him stealth, like every other turn or so, or after the untap phase, et cetera, et cetera. But this seems to, and they won. I was really happy they won because out of 2, maybe 3 games, they haven't won, and they finally did. And wow, fun stuff. The game is alive. Let's keep it going. We'll see you next time. Have a great day.